Hello, hello, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? So happy to be with you today. Project number 9. Can you believe that it's the 9th day already? Oh my goodness. Crazy, only 19 more to go. Anyway, I've been using Spooky Halloween a lot, and that's fine. But today, we're just using the DSP from this suite and the stars from this suite, but no stamping from this suite. But I did want to share that I've been using this all the way up until day 9. I have added Fright Night, which is a fantastic set. We're going to use the Happy Halloween from it, but stay tuned. I will be using lots of other things with it, so if you don't have it, grab it. And I also wanted to remind you, in September, when Halloween is over and you can start making all of your projects that you have picked and chose the ones you want, this is called Sweet Halloween. It is a really cute memory keeping Halloween set. I love that it has the black crow, so I had to buy it. He is just the cutest. Look how he's the actual size that's on the box. So cute. I can't wait to stamp with him, because he is just the cutest little black crow. All right, so we're going to use Fright Night today, and the paper, the DSP. So who loves to give these pencils? I love them. You can't just give one pencil. The kids want all the different ones. This was the 4 that was in the pencil pack I had. It has pumpkins and skeletons. This one says trick or treat and has skeletons. This one has a witch and a cauldron. And this one has a cat popping out of the top of a skeleton. My lights are so bright. So I made a 4-pack because if you're making these for your grandkids, they want more than one pencil to use in September and October, right? So fun. So make them this adorable little pencil pack. And I will show you how quick and easy it is to make it. We're going to have a good time with this. All right, let me put it over here in the corner. We're going to start, as always, with the scoreboard. It is my favorite tool. I think I use it more than anything else out there. And you're going to be able to make a bunch of these with one piece of cardstock. Okay, you're going to be able to make 4 of them from one piece of cardstock. Okay, so we're going to start with a 3.5 by 5.5 inch piece, and we're going to start with the short side. Normally I start with the long, but not this time. All right, so the short side is 3.5 and the long side is 5.5. So the 3.5 is across the top. You're going to score it 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. I know it's super close together, but this is what you need to do for pencils. Okay, 2 inches, 2.25 inches. I know it's super close together, but trust me, just trust me. Okay, now we're gonna turn it clockwise, and the long side's across the top and at 5.25 inches. So yes, it's just a very little skinny bottom, I know, but trust me, it works. Okay, as you can see, the proof is in the pudding right here. I know that they're skinny sides, but that's what you need for pencils, see? So roll with me for a minute. Okay, so let's do our score lines. And even when I measured this out and I made it and I started scoring my box and I came here to use my bone folder to burnish, I thought, oh my gosh, did I do this wrong? Because this looks super skinny. I know it does, but it works, okay? So just trust the process. I'm telling you because I had doubts. So I know you will probably have doubts. But trust me, trust the process. All right, here we go. So there's that. And I already did the bottom one, so we're good there. Okay, so this is hard to see. I know, it's black. Here's the 1/2 inch score, 1/4 inch, then you have a 2 inch, 1/4 inch, 2 inch, okay? So what we're doing here is we're gonna come in and we're gonna get rid of this one on the 1/2 inch, okay? We don't need that. Okay, and then we have 2 itty bitty teeny weeny babies. The only thing you wanna do is just make sure that you angle them slightly, just slight. You don't need a ton of angling, okay? So we're gonna angle this one, and then that's it. Okay, I will show you when we're done. Let me just angle. All right, I have to pull the extra away. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna put it up to my hand because you'll be able to see it better. So you have this 1/2 inch, this little skinny. See how it's angled? Then you have this one. Then I'm gonna move it so you can see how that one's angled. See, those are angled. So just angle them slightly, leave these straight, okay? Tiny bit of excess. All right, so we're gonna put this together. So what we're gonna do is turn this 1/2 inch in, and this is gonna get glued to that 1/2 inch piece, okay? I know you're thinking, why so big? You just need a 1/2 inch piece when you glue things. I don't know, 1/2 inch to me works. I just use 1/2 inch every time. Except I couldn't use 1/2 inch on the bottom because it needed to be skinny or it wouldn't have fit the pencils. So don't get over crazy with this glue. I know I always get over crazy, and you're probably like, that's already more than I use, but this is a little bit for me. So I'm just really using the tip. It's not adding any more glue. I'm just trying to move it around. All right, so I'm gonna hold that in place, and we're gonna bring this to it. So I always do that part first, and then I turn it and I do it the other way because I want it to be nice and smooth and right. So make sure that it's even at the top. That's the most important. And that it's glued flat, okay? And now we're going to put in these 2 itty bitty teeny weeny little tabs that we have made. And remember, this part where it glues, where it attaches, I'm trying to find it now. It's hidden pretty well. Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, it's right here. This is the back. This is the front, okay? So the front is the last piece that goes in. So I always put it back so I remind myself. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of glue, a drop. And then I'm gonna bring this one in, and it's gonna hold it there. So I'm just gonna hold it for 1 second, get it to grab, and then I'm gonna put the glue on the front, okay? And then we're gonna bring that forward like that and hold it in place. All right, so now we know that that's the front of our box, okay? The best thing for you to do now is to take your 4 pencils and put them in. So you can substitute with regular pencils if you haven't gone out and purchased any Halloween pencils yet, but just put pencils in there because it will help you to glue all the rest of it together. And I just have to make sure I don't have any strays. Sometimes I have little stray toggle pieces and I like to trim them off. Okay, so this looks pretty awesome to me. Okay, so see how you have to trust the process. It fits the pencils. There's actually room for you to move them. They're not in there so tight, but that's the size, guys. Okay, now our designer series paper, which is super duper awesome, has these panels that are made for you to banner. I'll show you. I gotta find it. It's here somewhere. We have 2 of every one, so I know it's here. I just gotta find which one it is. Here it is, okay? See this one right here? When you get to the end, see how this one got cut off? This one also gets cut off. So I just started on this end, and I only needed a small amount, so I went with this one and then this one. And I had to trim this one a little bit down, but just trim straight across this piece, and then cut that one, and then cut that one, and you'll have the 2. Well, I had 2 because you should be fine if you're just making 1. Oh my goodness, I'm just running over with everything. Sometimes I catch myself and I think, these people think you're nuts. Okay, so we're gonna cut this piece down to 7/8 of an inch by 4 7/8 of an inch. I know you don't like eighths, but it works, okay, with that corner piece. It just works. And look how cute that is. So you want to have the black to show, or why make it black? So that's what I did. So 7/8 of an inch by 4 7/8 of an inch. So we're going to go ahead and wiggle. Okay. Add this to the front, and it helps, like I said, if you have the pencils in there first. So you will have the same border all the way around on both sides, top and bottom. And it looks a little weird because we don't have everything ready yet, but that's it. If you want more, use a different piece of paper. Don't use the bannered ends. Use your favorite pattern in the group or another Halloween print that you might have left over in your stash, whatever you want to use. But I used what we had and I made it work. So that's why I use, because what else am I going to use those pieces for? I don't know. I just think that piece is a little bit strange. So that's that. We have our 4 pencils in here. You need 4 inches of ribbon. I chose my very beloved black and vanilla checked ribbon because I love that. This is the second largest Stylish Shapes die. We're going to use it because I chose the cute little flamingo. So we're going to fussy cut her out. She is from this pack of paper, same paper. It's just a pack with all the characters on there. And I think I'm going to start where I do the legs first. And so last time I did them last and it was a little precarious, so I didn't want to do that again. So start where you don't do the legs last if you're going to fussy cut this one out. She is so cute with her little princess dress and princess crown, a little princess flamingo. I like that they gave us a flamingo. She's just adorbs with her long legs. They should have made her in flirty flamingo color, but they didn't. All right. Her dress is Petunia Pop. All right, so let's go around her little pail, her candy pail, and her wings. She is so cute. I'm so glad I finished those feet already because let me tell you, you don't want to end on them because that's what I did last time and it was enough of a reminder to never do it again. All right, so I just want to get closer than I did there. All right, and do her cute little mouth. She is just precious. Her cute beak. All right, we're almost done. Well, we're halfway there anyway. I wanted to fussy cut with instead of having it already cut, just so I could show you to start. Don't leave the feet for last. Can you tell I was traumatized? All right, we're almost to the end. She does have some long wings. She's so cute, and she's gonna look so cute on that Petunia Pop circle. I did that last time too, and I didn't like it. It's okay, I'll fix it when I'm all done. I didn't leave enough peak around those feathers. And I like the feathers to be peaked because it makes it look more realistic. All right, more realistic for a cartoon, yes, I know, silly. All right, let's get that one. And pull that little piece out. And then, I know they're not very pointy wings, but I rounded them too much and they look squared. There we go. Perfect. All right, so there's our little girl. Okay, we're gonna attach her onto the circle. And as you can see, I'm gonna hold her here for you to see. The top part of this wing, the tips of this wing and her head right where it meets her neck, where it meets her head. So we're not gonna put glue there, but we're definitely want her feet to be glued down. So we're gonna put a little glue, drag that. We're gonna do all of this, and right where her head meets her neck, no glue. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and add her to the circle because she is precious. All right, now, once you have her glued, you're gonna flip her over, okay? We're gonna use our dimensionals and we're gonna attach those to the circle. But before we do that, where the head is sticking up and this little wing right here, it needed a little support. So I kind of cut at an angle, and I'll show you in a minute when I put this one down. I'll put it up to the camera. See how I angle cut that one? So angle cut your edge there. And then you definitely want to put some minis, not on the beak, but on the head, so that she has some support up there. The beak sticks off of the project. But I'm going to pull these off for right now. So just 2 back there. And then just put her off to the side for a second. We're going to stamp Happy Halloween on this scrap piece. It's definitely a scrap because I got to find my Happy Halloween. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. It's definitely a scrap. Because we're going to cut it out. We're going to fussy cut it out. So it doesn't matter what size, what piece. I think this was left over from one of my boxes that I made. There's Happy Halloween. So cute. And there is a banner, but I didn't want it to cover her up so much. So I fussy cut. You'll see now. So I'm going to angle this way, the way that the letter is, okay? And then I'm just going to follow along the word, and it's kind of angled. And then you'll see when I finish cutting that it's angled. So I just leave the same amount of paper on the bottom of each of the words. See how it's wavy? Isn't it cute? All right. So now that we're ready, we're going to bring this in here and we're going to look. And we're going to put dimensionals, but we're going to put them under the circle, okay? So here's where her feet are, okay? I'm going to, oh, I forgot that she had glue. I pulled those backs off. Hang on. I don't want it to get crazy. All right. So that's where that is. Let's put these. That's that one. And then we're going to put a set in the middle. So you'll need 6. All right, so those are those. Now we can add her to her pencil box. There's so many cute characters with this paper. You could use lots of different ones. And then this one, I'm going to put mini dimensionals. So let's get those. I'll put these back. And I'm just going to put them a little bit in from the edge. Oh my goodness, some of them are coming off of my hand. These are coming off so easy. Silicone mat to the rescue. All right. I think that middle one is off. It is. And that one's off. Okay. This one is sticking off the edge. I need to move it in a little. There we go. All right. So we're going to add our Happy Halloween. See how it doesn't take away from her, and it kind of goes from one end of the circle to the other. So it works out quite nice. It fits just perfectly in there, and it doesn't take away from how cute she is. If I had used the die, I think it would have been just too big. I'll show you. Which is why I didn't do it. See how much it would have taken away from her? It would have lost a lot of her. So this is so cute though, this die. I will be using it, just not on this particular. I can't wait to use these spider webs. I might do them out of silver foil. Oh, I love these words. Halloween is so fun. Okay. So there it is. And here's our little 4-inch ribbon. It's actually a little too big. You could probably do smaller if you wanted to, if you're hoarding it like I am. Oh, that was so much. I'm gonna slide it down. All right, so there's that. I don't want it to be too short because I need to trim the edges and make it pretty. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I can save this for anything. It makes me sad. Okay, we're gonna use a mini glue dot. And then we're gonna take some black stars from our foam, shimmer stars, whatever they're called. I know they're weird. Okay, and we're gonna add this. Come on now, right there. Right to that. You want it to look like it's attached. Might have to use another glue dot. All right, I think I got it. You want it to look like it's attached to that circle. And then they're called Shimmer Star Foam Stickers. I'm gonna use black. Doot. The black pops against that purple so nice. What do you guys think of these? Adorable. Cute Halloween pencil treat. You guys can always count on me for Halloween pencils. I love them. I love giving them away. I substitute teach, so my kids love them. I always make treats for the classes that I'm in a lot. I have special teachers that I do a lot of subbing for, so I always bring their classes stuff, and so much fun. Thanks for hanging in there, trusting me for the skinniness, and thanks for being here with me today. I will see you tomorrow night live, Tuesday night at 8, so thanks for hanging out, and I will see you then. This is Kelly with Inky Hands from Hearts. Happy stamping. If you miss Sundays, it's right up here, so just click and watch. See you next time. Bye, guys.